Good day, I am Lorimi Cabusas from BED 2A. In this video, I will discuss about the evolution of culture and how this affect us. The evolution of culture and how these changes affect us. Culture evolution means how originated and developed over time. The culture includes all the languages, practice, ceremonies, method, costume, myths, music, art, and etc. Over time, some has been disappeared and some of them multiplied. Some changed and many of the new elements added in the culture. For example, in ancient society, the father in the family had a privileged status, and every member of the family had to follow the orders. But now, every member in the family had the same status. Culture change in changing in behavior, ideas, including beliefs, attitude, values, and habits. The phenomenon of the culture change affects the way of the people think and see other communities, also the way of life. In 19th century, anthropologist Edward Burnett Taylor developed the unilineal culture of evolution, the theory implying that the culture evolved from simple to complex forms. Unfortunately, some primitive culture could be considered stuck and unable to evolve. Taylor believed that all of our cultural innovation, not only in firearms but also in science, mathematics, and even religion evolved. But their evolution, some cultural practices like shaking hands were carried into the present, even though many of their original meanings have been lost. Shaking hands originally was a way to show that we are in peace and didn't have any weapons. For Taylor, cultural survival like this proved that culture evolved from older primitive forms that look like similar to what we see all over the world today.
On the other hand, Philippine culture changes depends on people. We define culture as an information capable of affecting individual behavior that they acquired from other members, the way they teach, imitation of other forms of social transmission. Cultural evolution is a fundamental that changes culture over time. Invention and innovation changes culture because just like people use them in the place of older ways of carrying out activities and especially when relating to communication with others. For example, in our personal lives, technology has brought cultural change in ways we probably don't even recognize, such as relying on social media texts for our communication versus seeing each other in person, streaming Netflix rather than heading to a local movies theaters, or downloading music instead of buying CDs.